While we talking about Drag Race being rigged for some people, I think this is the reason, maybe the reason why Roxxxy Andrews says she ain't coming back, because there was some rigor mortis during All Stars 9. So yeah, but here's the thing: I love Angeria. I think she's a stellar queen. A friend of mine has done a couple of photo shoots with her. She is, from what I've heard, she's quite lovely. However, y'all not gonna sit up here and tell me that last season's All Stars was not positioned. And I'm not saying like it was production, whatever the case was, but based off of how Roxy stepped her pussy up versus the previous two All Star seasons that she did, where she was carried literally by Rolaska tops. That this time around, she didn't come into her own as a force to be reckoned with and deserved to walk away with the win of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 9. So the world was first introduced to one Roxxxy Andrews in the fifth season of RuPaul's Drag Race flagship franchise in 2013, where she pumped the runway all the way to the top three and just missed out on the crown to Jinx Monsoon. She then came back for All Stars 2 in 2016, then again making the finale but not snatching the crown, and again in 2024's All Stars 9, where she lost out to Angeria Paris Van Michaels. Though Roxy is one queen undoubtedly deserving of a Drag Race crown, it seems that 3 trips to the Drag Race workroom is enough for the Florida baddie, according to the recent post on Twitter. And this came out yesterday, which was the 22nd. Now, replying to a fan who asked, "Can you come back for All Stars? You are drag," Roxy replied in the firm negative. She said, "Never. I'm forever grateful for every moment on the show and everything I got. I got the best fans." She added, "I love making television, but my time as a contestant is over." Now, Roxy's placement as a run-up on the charity-based All Stars 9 prompted dissent among fans of the show and fellow Drag Race sisters alike, despite Angeria being more than a worthy winner. Hence why I said Angeria is definitely a fierce queen. She's a strong contender. She's a force to be reckoned with. However, I do feel like that season was for Roxy to win, because I felt like, as I stated before, of all the other previous seasons where she was carried, and it was a lot of politics that played into her making it as far as she did. All Stars 9, she was there by herself. She didn't have Alaska and Detox to protect her, to keep her on the show when she wasn't doing her best. She really showed that she was a force to be reckoned with on All Stars 9. So me looking at that, I'm like, yeah, she definitely deserves to make it all the way to the finale and win. But then when she didn't, I was like, okay, now y'all playing in her face and y'all playing in our face. So Detox, who competed, speaking of Detox, the queen who competed alongside Roxy on both season 5 and All Stars 2, even said that Roxy not winning All Stars 9 was enough to rule out a future appearance for her too, saying, "Nope." That's what she said on Twitter, adding, "The itch is gone, playing in my girl Roxy's face." Absolutely. Now, Ginger Minj is currently competing on her fourth season of Drag Race and third All Stars on the newly formatted All Stars 10, so a fourth-time return isn't out of the question. Well, that's for Ginger, but if Roxy is saying, "No, I don't want no parts. Like, you're not going to come up here and I'm going to keep, working my ass off, and I get this close and I get there, and now we got shady ass producers in the background pulling stunts and shows and playing in my face, dangling the carrot. And then when it comes down to the wire, then you're going to give it to somebody else." And I'm not saying like, I don't know why I have to keep reiterating this, because I feel like some people are going to think like I'm thinking Angeria doesn't deserve her win. She definitely deserves her win. But I don't think producers should be playing in the face of people when you know that if Roxy did the damn thing, she should have won her season. Just like some people feel like Ginger Minj should have won season 7 and not Violet Chachki, who's kind of be a thorn in a lot of people's ass based on some of the stuff she says and does. So Jujubee season 2 All Stars 5 1-5 in UK versus the world. Alexis Mateo season 3 All Stars 1-5 in Canada versus the world season 2. And Eureka season 9-10 All Stars 6 in Canada versus the world 2 have all also competed on 4 separate seasons of the show. But I think like with a lot of these girls, well, I don't know. Alexis Mateo might decide to want to come back. I could definitely see her come back. I wonder if Eureka will be interested in coming back. But Jujubee says she's done. She's done competing in drag. She's not interested in doing Drag Race. I mean, although it would be fairly entertaining to have her come back on the show, but she said she's done too. So there you have it. I ask all of you, what do you guys think of this story? Are you guys upset that Roxxxy Andrews has said that she has no interest in wanting to come back and compete on Drag Race? It's unfortunate. I love Roxy. I remember, look, I already told you my regret that time when I interviewed her during her season with Jinx, and it was kind of like the way I got so caught up in the show and the way she was treating, Jinx and stuff that I kind of my energy towards her was a little on the negative side. And I realized like when you're watching a TV show, you have to be kind of like in the middle, playing devil's advocate. You can't be taking sides. But those are my early days of interviewing. Now I know better. I'm a lot older. I've done better. And now I understand how the whole situation works. You can't be taking a lot of the stuff that you're seeing on TV. You can't be acting like these crazy ass fans. That be watching these shows. But that was the early days of Drag Race. Back when I tell you, it was like literally 5 of us. It was me, 2 other people. Well, I'm joking about 5. Not really, because it was me, a couple other people, and it was MTV that was there. And this was when it was on Logo, and it was like a handful of us in there that were press and media that was interviewing a lot of the girls for Drag Race that season. It's funny how we've all come a long way, yeah. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.